Hello, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. Today we're going to be continuing the main story quest as usual, and we need to speak with, I believe it's Buscaron here, and I believe we are about to go to a dungeon known as the Maws of Toto-Rak. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. It's taken us a fair old while, but we've finally gotten our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. Ahem, his name is Frixio, and he is the eldest amongst the Sylphs of Little Solace, long as he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gridanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them, a small leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment, and bridges are no use if you don't know where they are. That's why it's so important that we find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called the Maws of Toto-Rak here in the South Shroud. 'Twas by the entrance to the place that Frixio was seen, and not long ago neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Welcome ones, please help this one. This one needs help. Needs help to help Elder One. Poor Frixio. Poor Frixio. Whoa. Hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong. Nice and slow. Elder One went into Toto-Rak but has not returned. This one is worried. So very worried. And you're right to be. The place fair crawls with nasties waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the seven hells was he thinking, entering that bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial ones were chasing Elder One. Please, walking ones must help Elder One. Help Elder One now. The fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Frixio is our best hope of reaching an accord with the Sylphs. Were we to lose him, all our efforts thus far will have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Ida, make haste to the Adder's Nest and request assistance. Understood. Elric, go to the Maws of Toto-Rak and see that Frixio comes to no harm. Peace between man and sylph rests upon your success. Right, so it's off to the Maws of Toto-Rak, which I believe we said was to the south somewhere. Let's see, that's Lost City of Amdapor. And Amdapor Keep. Where is it? Oh wait, it's to the north apparently. Never mind. Right, so we'll just head over there. And we'll meet you guys once we get to the entrance. Right, and here we are at the entrance to the Maws of Toto-Rak. So we'll just get off our mount and speak to this guy. By order of the Elder Seeds here, the dungeon known as the Maws of Toto-Rak has been placed under the control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside? Are you sure of this? How in the seven hells did he manage to sneak by? God strike me down for a purblind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Toto-Rak is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you are ready. Okie dokie, so as usual, just get the duty finder up, the Maws of Toto-Rak, and join. Just waiting on one person finishing this cutscene. There it goes. Right, quite an interesting little place, this one. If I remember correctly, you have to find a couple of Magitech photo cells or something to that effect. And you need 5 of those to unlock one of the bosses. But they're hidden in various different parts of the dungeon. Some of them seem a little bit optional, but if you want to kill the boss, you pretty much have to get those things. I'll not read those little posters on the wall. It'll probably hold up the group a bit too much, unfortunately. But know that they're there for when you go through on your own playthrough if you're interested in finding out the lore of this place. Actually, I think this dungeon group's going to go fairly slow, so I might pop them up on screen for you, and then you can pause it and read in your own time if they're particularly long. First Spear Riddle. Toto-Rak Expedition Notes Day 1. Strange lights sighted from just inside the dungeon entrance. Creatures of the forest? Closer inspection reveals them to be man-made machines. Ashcrown Consortium technologist accompanying party believes them to be of Garlean design. Labels them Magitech photocells. Collect for further study. Right. Now, I'm not actually aware of all the various locations where those posters or signs, whichever you want to call them, are located, so I might actually end up missing some of them. First Spear Riddle. Toto-Rak Expedition Notes Day 2. Dramatic increase in light emitted by photocells observed upon collecting forth. Dispatched 2 lancers to Gridania with orders to deliver the photocells to Stillglade Fane. Soon after their departure, received link pearl transmission from pair reporting marked reduction in photocell glow as distance from Maws increased. Recalled lancers. Okie dokie, that's that one. I'll try and get caught up with the party again before they start wondering where I am. No, I don't want to hit return. I meant to hit my sprint button there, but never mind. Trying to keep my eyes peeled for where these posters and signs are. First Spear Riddle. Toto-Rak Expedition Notes Day 3. Lancer downed attempting to breach what Ashcrown technologist calls a Magitech field. Technologist advises that there should be a device in the vicinity powering the barrier. No choice but to look for it. Divided party into 4 teams to expedite search. Whisperings of discontent? No, just my imagination. Right, and there's the Magitech photocells, which you just saw briefly, and then I've one up ahead, those little green glowing balls. Make sure my tank's topped up. Normally, if you know what you're doing, it's best to wait until the tank or other party members are fairly low on health before healing them, as you can top them up fairly quickly depending on how powerful your current heal spells are. It allows us to get more DPS out there. And of course more DPS means mobs dying faster, which ultimately leads to less damage by the party. Less damage being taken by the party. So let's see if we can spot where this presumably day number 3 note will be. Looks like we've got a boss ahead. I can see the purple barrier. First Spear Riddle. Toto-Rak Expedition Notes Day 4. Device located, but 1 team yet to return. Barrier terminal unresponsive until technologist suggests applying set of 4 photocells. How does he know these things? Watch him. Lancer suggests locating missing team. Decide to press on. Alright, Magitech Terminal, that's what requires the photocells. Now, I believe that is the penultimate photocell needed for this, if I remember correctly. Although, it seems like I might be mistaken. I might be thinking of a boss further along, as obviously this one's literally just started. Get a little bit of medic going on there, an AoE heal. Don't think I've had to use that one in the dungeon up until this point. Right, so apparently I was right the first time. We do need to use that Magitech terminal, but I believe it'll tell us that we're 1 short at the moment. Nope. Apparently my memory's not as good as I thought it was for this place. Right, so that's those fellas out of the way. Just keep moving forward. Wait for everybody else to hopefully lead the way, as I always tend to forget the correct route in this dungeon. There's quite a lot of various ways you can get lost in here. Just looking at the map, I haven't got it fully uncovered, so it's not the best example. You can see there's a couple of branching paths where you can go down. Did I read that right? One of these guys was called Rice Pudding? Nope, I'm just going crazy. Make sure he's staying alive. Staying alive. Now, best stop that before I get a copyright infringement. A copyright strike. Hopefully it was bad enough that nothing will come of it. There's one of the other Magitech photo cells, so apparently I might still be correct, famous last words, and that the thing that requires them is actually much later into the dungeon. Or just at the end of this corridor. Can you tell it's been a long time since I last did this content? And these webs need to be destroyed for the rest of the party to go forward. It splits us up, as you can see, one of our party members on the other side of it. Particularly troublesome if the healer gets stuck behind it, as obviously healers don't have as much DPS to get rid of the webs quickly to keep the heals going. This tank seems to be going down pretty fast. It's not even a particularly big pull, but we'll be okay. Looking around for those posters again. Right, here we go. This is the part I was thinking about. You see, this is the optional, well, I say optional path. The path that looks optional, but there's actually a photo cell that's required to have the full amount of them to activate that device we just ran past before there. The big blue glowy orb in the room. Alright, so now just back the way we came a short distance. And let's get this guy killed pretty quick. Poison, where's my sooner? Looks like these guys need cleansing of that as well. Top him up before going further, as he's dropping his health pretty bloody quick. I think we're going to have to rearrange our abilities on our bars for next time, as I'm finding them in quite an awkward position for this dungeon at the moment, having to click rather than just being able to use the number keys. Right, now he's going to use that terminal, it looks like, for us. And that should dispel this here just in front. There it goes. And there we see a classic example of what happens when you get caught out by these webs and they need destroying. And down here, there's green stuff you don't want to be on for too long, as I believe not only does it slow your movement speed, but also does a little bit of damage to you while you stand there. Right, that's him mostly topped up. Now to get this web broken down. Make sure you through it as quick as possible so that you don't get stuck behind it. Kill a few fleshy pods. Whoop, getting drawn in. Getting quite a lot of damage with all group here, but we'll be fine, I think. There we go. Running forward a little bit, generally not the best of ideas, especially in this dungeon sometimes. As you saw, some of the enemies can draw you in, and if the tank isn't ready at that exact moment, yeah, you're going to be in a lot of trouble as a healer being drawn in. And again, you'll notice that I'm trying to stick as much to the stone paths as possible rather than the green goo. Let's get this guy targeted. I haven't seen any more of those signs for quite some time. I'm sure they probably exist, but as I said earlier, I'm just not aware of where all their locations are. Alright, and I believe at the end of this corridor, which we're nearly at, is the final boss. Yeah, oh, wait, wrong door. I was going to say there should be a cutscene once we get to the boss chamber. Now, why is the DPS ignoring the cell mate that's attacking the healer, I wonder? Right, either way he's dead now. Alright, hope that web doesn't come back up before we get through it. Yep, that's good.
Darkness. Elko Hitra Buklo Hans. Seize that one, Rajadorn. Thagon well rogue. Tosan no Paiki. Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The dark minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
And there's our final boss. Right. Now, the only thing special about this boss that I can recall is the longer you take to kill him, the more the room fills with poison, and naturally, poison is bad. I shouldn't need to tell you guys that, but there you go. Ah, yes, I think those fleshy pods are what caused the poison to extend around the area. That's why our DPS is targeting them. Quite a lot of ads here. Hopefully the DPS are on their A game. Just keep moving away from that poison. Alright, looks like we're nearly there. Probably going to get another cutscene at the end of this. Alright, let's claim what loot we can. That's agreed. That's agreed. Clear commendation, I'll give it to the tank. Alright, so I guess we just need to exit the dungeon to continue. Who on earth is that? Or is it... Oh, I think I know who it is. Yep. It's the Sylfelder. Finally, fresh air! Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, Sinister One is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did Walking One vanish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of Little Solace. Oh. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Lark's call, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all. Where's that cursed Acon hiding? No sign of our wizened friend? I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order that the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gridanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramuh will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Why, yourself, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the souls we captured? A handful of them seemed to be in reasonably good health when last I looked. Apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their acorn. Really, Centurion? Were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Useless. We are so close to completion, I can fair taste it, but at this rate... No, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah yes, though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? In that alone were you right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright that Lord Van Baelsar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Those walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that overtaken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced. Walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Norexia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. Does walking one feel unwell? This one would know what brings walking one to this place. Came to this one's rescue at Noraxia's bidding, then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Ramuh, then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside. Right, well, before we head off there, I think we shall call that an episode, and we shall see you guys next time.